got these cute little new bits that are for smaller people's nails.
Hold on, I'm trying to find your live. It's not coming up yet.
Well, is it on?
Well, shoot, I don't know.
I need to turn this on too. It's extra.
Okay, yeah, we're live. Okay.
Does that make it better?
Feel free
Hey
to.
guys, Nails and Gossip. This is our first series of our little series. Live.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah,
yes, we're just gonna be talking and doing nails, everything. Anyways, let's just get right into it, okay?
Yes.
Let's start with what everyone's been talking about. We can't get away from it, and that's our
Alabama.
brothers and sisters down there doing the Lord's work. They doing the Lord's work.
God. Have you seen all the T-shirts? Those people are
Let me
selling.
tell
That
you.
is hilarious.
Not only
I'm,
are we creative,
right.
but
We
that's-
gotta monetize.
that's marketing. That's marketing.
I'm marketing. If you ask me, I'm not mad at it at all.
I was so impressed by the level of journalism that we as a community did.
That was hilarious. She was like, he's swimming across the.
Whenever I saw my cousin, which he is not, we all cousins. When I saw him jump into that water looking like Superman, I was so proud of him.
I know. And if you watch, if y'all haven't seen the video, you have to watch it individually. You have to watch each scene, each fight, and then like different angles. But if you watch the one that swam across from the boat, if you watch him, he was like, what does it call it? MMA fighter? Literally.
Yes.
Like, I had to watch his fight scene like 3 times. I was like, he is taking no prisoners.
Whenever I saw him jump up on that dock, I said, this man like just floated up there. The ancestors pulled him up there.
Yes, he floated up, took his shoes off, and was ready for war.
I was really proud. And I will say, everyone has been giving the first little white man who jumped in, he was there for a minute, and then he was gone. But he was there for a minute. But back to my other uncle who over here walked down the whole ramp. And
I know, he like ran down the ramp to save him. And he did kind of help him, but I think when that second guy took him down, he was out. He wasn't able to get back up because he tried to run away and he fell. I was like, that poor guy.
I'm gonna be honest.
To do his job.
I would have probably fallen too, but I would have had a fat attack right there. But good for him, and good for everybody in there who did the Lord's work, I will just say. And I like the fact that we all came together, and not just as the beautiful community in Alabama, but however the whole United States as a whole. We all came together, so kudos to everybody.
I love the commentary in the videos that I've been watching. That has been very. Did I do that one?
No, you have not
okay,
done this
yeah,
one.
Let's do this one. Your nails have grown so much. We don't have enough time to do extend like the overlay and make it like we don't have enough time. But that's what I would have done.
Oh, so what do we have to do today?
We're just doing tips. We're cutting them down and doing tips.
So then let's just talk, because we are in Tulsa. Do they know we're in Tulsa, or are we giving away too much?
Oh, no, we are in Tulsa. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's talk about what's going on here in Tulsa.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
So every day there's another shooting happening, but let's go even deeper on the Tulsa Police Department page.
Oh, yes.
We already discussed it already, but then it got even worse. Every single time they post something, somebody comes out and they say the worst, most racist things. And I'm like, wow, we're not even trying to hide it anymore. Facebook just has it out there where you don't have to hide.
I know, it was that little, somebody tying the rope?
Yes.
Like, are you crazy?
Now
That's
again,
insane to me.
why would you ever, because people now can like, you can't just
why is Facebook allowing that for one?
In the Tulsa police, I was like, why wouldn't y'all say like,
why wouldn't you take
we
it
ain't
off?
doing this?
Why wouldn't you take it off? That just goes to show that the Tulsa Police Department might be ran by racists.
Yeah.
But we already kind of knew that. Mm-hmm. It's Oklahoma.
So, I don't know. I've never really done these lives on TikTok, so I don't know what can be said and what can't be.
You can't cuss. They will get us off of here so quick.
Oh goodness. Oh well. Okay. I'm not gonna do all
I'm glad
that.
I said that because you probably would have had one slip up here.
I know. I think I might have already.
Oh, did you?
I might have. I'm still on here though.
I don't think you cussed. I don't think you did.
But anywho, what was happening? Yeah, but I just think it's crazy. Like, first Tulsa, I think it's crazy, like, the kind of things that they post. Like, all these people, like, so-and-so, they went and they stole, like, 3 items from the Walmart. That's really not Facebook worthy. But whenever my young lady friend who was shot in the head while she was in the back of the car, that is Facebook worthy. And then they go in there and the comments in there is, again, kind of racist.
What did it say? What did some of them say? It's
just like, it goes in and it just talks about, like, I wonder who did it, thugs, and then they start talking about, like, just a lot of weird stuff. If you go and read it, it'll kind of be depressing. And then, like, she has 2 young kids, like, babies. And they
were talking, well, you know, when I flipped my car over and when Sperry put it on their Facebook page, they were like, she's drinking and driving. She shouldn't. I was like, I was not drunk at all.
And then
it was a deer, for Christ's sake.
Not saying anything, but even if you were, like, why does that, like,
why does that matter? Like, right.
Like,
people just, the internet has made it to where people can say whatever they, like, it's like you can throw a rock and then hide your hands, basically.
Yeah, except the thing is like, they're not even afraid of hiding their hands. They're like, when that man, like, was tying knots, talking about that black man, I was like, they just
We should start a page to get people like that fired from their employers.
Yeah.
Like, find them and be like, oh, you work here? Let me take a screenshot and send it to your employer.
And some of these employers might not even care then either. They'll just be like, oh well.
That's true. Well, he wasn't on the clock.
Yeah, it's just his opinion. I think a lot of people.
Did you see that that pilot that called the black lady something in the store and he got fired?
Really?
Yeah. I seen that on TikTok. I was like, oh.
Oh, it just got real dead real fast.
Did it?
I think so. No, I mean, not. We still got plenty of people, except we just lost somebody. Because they said, oh, it show did get dead. I think it's like trying to come up with topics on the fly. I had a bunch of ideas.
Just make it organic. Just,
okay, making it organic.
But not talking about what we were talking about previously.
Yeah, girl.
Where is my little drill bit?
I just like to see what we're doing, too. So, we just lost, like, 3 people back to back. That's because we have to keep it juicy, but not too juicy, so that we don't get in trouble.
So you don't get in trouble and then kicked out. And then, see, look how little they are.
I see it. Oh gosh. So what are we doing now?
I just sterilized that real quick.
Thank you for sterilizing, since apparently no one else does out here in the streets. So if y'all don't know, a lot of people, whenever you go to salons, apparently don't sterilize like they should.
Yeah. I worked at a spa. And I did her pedicure. She gave me her pedicure file to do somebody's nails.
So you put her toe fungus on
I don't think she had toe fungus, but it's just nasty.
That is nasty. I assume everybody has toe fungus, but then I also, like I said earlier,
that's a good assumption to make, though.
Because I don't know, you know, people don't always wash their legs. People don't wash their feet in the shower. I don't know what these people are. People don't wash in the shower.
I don't believe that.
Did you?
What?
So one of the things that I read was a lot of people in America don't wash behind their ears, like back here, and then it'll get real grimy. That's
from your
nasty.
Hair product and
yes.
Stuff?
Everyone should be washing behind their ears, and everyone should be washing their legs. That's so gross, and I don't understand.
Where did they do this study at?
I think they just
did me a little. Yeah, there we are.
We need to ask
in frame?
Yes, we're in frame. I think we need to ask people, like,
did you get one of those for your vlogging?
What?
The tripod thing. Did you buy one?
Oh no, not yet. We're still talking about people showering and being nasty. Let's also talk about, so today is my birthday, everybody on Facebook, anyone interested. And they be reusing paraffin. Oh, wait, hold on. She said, hold on now. Hold on, Kayla. Kayla just says they reuse paraffin wax at some salons. That is nasty.
Wait, how do you reuse paraffin
You just
wax?
get it hot. You just get it hot. Ooh.
No, but then you put it on their feet. Like, people use that for manicures and pedicures. How do you... what? That's disgusting.
So, hold on. Do they put it in...
Because you put it in... So, like, when I was at the spa, you put it in the bag. You put it on the person's foot. Put it around there. Let it sit. And then you slowly take it off. Are you telling me they take it out of that bag and go put it back in the wax warmer?
Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no.
That's disgusting.
I'm going to be honest. That is so nasty.
Ew. And, like, who's mediating these things, the regulations, like, for a salon?
That is
like
gross.
There should be so many. I love this drill bit. Look at this drill bit.
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about toes and people reusing wax that have been between people's toe jams.
I know people are always nervous to come to me to do their feet, but at school, the only people's feet, honestly, that I did was old men. And
See,
do you know how disgusting?
Brent. Oh, I just throw his name out there like that. Oh well. Anyways, my husband, does that. Like, you know, he goes and gets pedicures and stuff.
That's good. I feel like every man should get pedicures. Like, please don't ever let your feet get like that, because that's what I would wonder when those people would come and get pedicures. Like, why did you let it get this bad? There's a salon like on every street. Why would you have let it get this bad?
Well, now I understand if they're worried about people reusing and reheating the paraffin. That's nasty.
Yeah. And then, like, those little tote things that are real popular. If you go and you get your feet done and you see that and there's no sterilization bags,
that's gross.
You're using somebody else's pedicure shit.
So I used to work with paraffin in the lab, which I thought was really cool, because what do you
use it for?
So what we would do is we would embed human tissue.
That's gross.
I mean, it's necessary.
What are you embedding it for?
So you get these like little cassettes, and then you get it's a warm paraffin, and then you let it freeze. And then you'll cut it, and it's when histology. And then what you do is you make a long ribbon of human tissue to put on a slide.
Oh,
and then
so it's basically you're encasing it.
Yeah, okay. You encase it, and then you cut it like the human tissue. Mm-hmm. And when I say we used it with toenails was the nastiest, because whenever you go to cut toenails, they would, there was some thick toenails, like thick toenails. Like
people's toenails. I had this man, I kid you, I swear, his toenail was like this. It curved over his shoe. Yes. And I just felt bad, because they were, older people from assisted living and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, come on. He doesn't have family that could take him to the salon to get this done every 2 weeks or something.
Listen, people don't really be messing with people like that.
Yeah.
So,
he was my first guy to tip me a $2 bill too, and I was like, I need more than $2.
I know.
Like, sir, we just did surgery on your feet.
So I don't want to put anybody else out there, but back to my husband. He gets those ingrown toenails.
A lot of people do,
and they like have to dig that out. Mm-hmm. And now I'm thinking like
some people like watching those videos of people digging out.
Yes, it's wild. I didn't know that's what happens.
Yeah.
But people will dig out ingrown toenails, and then they pull it out, and then they put the paraffin over it. And
I've seen this little machine online to where you can like make it to where your feet don't have ingrowns. It's like a device that you put on your...
You're supposed to like pull the toenails up and like, I don't know.
You should wear something like that to bed or something. You should get that for him.
Maybe I don't know about all that. But anyways, back to my toenail thing and my paraffin. So whenever we were in the lab, we saw things like cysts. I used to do alopecia punches, and those were actually kind of interesting. And
tell me more about that, because I got traction alopecia.
You what?
I got traction alopecia.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When my last baby.
So I need to actually, what you would do is that you would get, it looks like a little, I don't know, like a piece of skin that looks like a tube, And what they would do is they would color one side of it, and then you put the punch down like facing down, and it's an alopecia punch. And then like we would have to cut it, and then we would do different kinds of dyes for alopecia, and then give it to the pathologist.
So what does alopecia look like in the microscope?
I don't know. I never looked at the alopecia because like the pathologist would look at it under the microscope. I did look at like blood smears under the microscope. I looked at, oh my gosh, like, so one time, I don't know. I don't think I could tell that story on camera. Never mind. No, it's a naughty story.
Use like code words for your naughty. You know how they do.
So there was this. There was a wife and a husband who got their. They got their physical done, and it came out that the wife got a bunch of STDs.
But the husband
and the husband didn't have nothing.
Oh no!
Yes, and that was crazy. And then whenever like that, he called up and he was like asked, because all we did was just the lab work, and he called up there freaking out to the the people in the office and stuff, and that was wild. And
what was
he was
freaking
crying
out to the people? Oh,
because he was so sad. He was so sad, and I just remember just being like, ugh, that gets messy. It did get messy.
How often does that happen?
So it happens, yeah. The other thing that happened, whenever I first started working for during the COVID pandemic, when we do COVID testing and stuff, that was really sad, because then people would just randomly call up there like freaking out because they would like their COVID would be positive, and they're like, "Are you sure?" And then I was like, and then they'd be like, I just went to a dinner party or something like that, and we're like, don't do that anymore. But it was already too late.
Just spread it out to the universe at that point.
But you know, we're in Oklahoma, and so yeah, people just don't be caring.
Really?
Yeah, girl.
I remember because I freaked out when my employer told me to go to somebody's door. This is when I was in property management. And the lady had like coughed in my face and was like, "Oh, sorry, I had
Let me
COVID."
tell you.
I was like, "What? You have COVID and you just coughed in my face?"
COVID or no COVID, that is so disrespectful.
I think I quit that day. I was like, I'm not doing it.
Y'all would have seen my ball cap like get thrown up in the air.
No, somebody said that's a universal sign.
Yes. If someone coughed in my face, that is so disrespectful. I would have definitely thrown my ball cap up in the air. And I probably would have beat. I can't say what else I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was so freaked out. And it's funny because I didn't get COVID until like I was at home.
I just don't understand, like,
from the people in my home. That's who I got COVID from.
Even if it's not COVID, like if you're coughing on someone's face.
Yeah, like it was no courtesy. You know how people cover their mouth? There was none of that.
Yeah, I would have fought somebody. Like, that's worth, like, I don't know. Just like, so again, today's my birthday, everybody. Yes, yay. I think it's crazy, like,
we're doing birthday nails.
Yes, birthday nails. I think it's crazy because people will just like, they're still out there blowing out candles and stuff, and my family's like, sorry, we don't have candles for you. And I was like, after COVID, I feel like, I don't know,
maybe you shouldn't blow
like
on the cake.
On the cake, on the whole cake. Like, maybe let's just maybe cupcakes, like your own.
Yeah, cupcakes. How short do you want them?
I don't know, because I do gotta braid Alexander's hair, but then at the same time,
because I have really short ones that we can do.
I want them to still be cute.
They'll still be cute. Did you see my the like pearl oval ones that I did?
I will trust you.
They were
I will
still
trust you
really
in
cute.
this.
We
need to have background music too.
What do we want to play? Because I plugged it in.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you know what my go-to.
I know. Let's go ahead and put her on.
Okay, Alexa, play 𝕿𝖎𝖐𝖐.
Aiko.
You were wrong. It's Aiko.
Is it Aiko?
I don't know if Alexa's saying it right. I think she might not be.
I thought it was 𝕿𝖎𝖐𝖐, but I've been wrong before.
I thought it was Aiko. Doesn't that make sense?
I'm gonna be honest.
What?
We all might be wrong. Like,
I know. We probably should go to her and see how she says her name. Your pinky's pretty big.
oh damn.
Mine is too. That's not dry. Your pinky's not dry yet, but everything else is. Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
Do you pull deep in your pinky from us?
Probably. Shoot, I don't know. You know, I'm a big girl. Heat comes and happens.
But on your pinky?
Shoot, I don't know. And the fact that you didn't even negate that I was a big girl, you're like, go on.
No, you keep saying it. I don't want to take from it. I'm a big girl too, you know.
Listen. I think. Which one?
Are you watching the comments?
I am, but it's weird to see.
Is anybody saying anything?
No one's saying anything right now. The last thing that was said was about the nasty paraffin being reused in the lab and the salons. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I did not know that.
I don't want to know that. You know, there's some things in this world that it's okay if I just didn't know.
I know. I wish I would have not known that about pedicures because I like other people to do my toes. I don't really, want to bend down and do all of that.
Yeah.
But now I do.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things I'm okay with not knowing, and I could probably die and be all right with not knowing.
I was literally just having this conversation with her about us not wanting to know certain things.
Yeah, like let's just go and talk also about the aliens, okay?
The aliens?
Yes, the aliens as a government said, hey, we have aliens now.
Okay, I'm gonna take my gloves off. Okay, so am I in the Twilight Zone, or did they not announce that there was aliens in 2016?
I don't know, because I just don't think that it's a big deal at all to anybody.
Like, who cares at this point? Are they coming to fix anything? Like, that's my deal.
Listen,
like, if they're coming to fix some stuff, then I care. But then, other than that, then
I've got bills to pay. And honestly, if they've been here since 2016, do you think
when Obama did a press conference, I swear, and he said that there was extraterrestrial life. And I remember sitting at work at the Greens, you remember when I worked there? Mm-hmm. I remember sitting there with Sean, and we were like watching it. It was like, dang, aliens are real.
I just feel like I think everyone kind of already knew. Like,
yeah,
there's aliens, and it's just like, go on.
Do we care?
Come on now. It's 500 degrees outside. I don't think that that's just our biggest issue right now.
We're trillions of dollars in debt. They literally in other countries are getting rid of the US dollar. We have bigger fish to fry.
Honestly, at this point, we're just trying to make it, and then it makes me mad because I'm like, they really don't
even free rides to Mars or what?
And they really don't got beef with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is above my tax bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Is.
Like, we're over here. Like I said, this poor woman just got shot in the back of her car just minding her business. So if she,
oh yeah, you didn't finish telling me about that.
I don't.
In Tulsa? It was in Tulsa.
Yes, they were just. It's West Tulsa too. I looked at it.
When I say like people are scared of the north side of Tulsa, the west side is like.
All of Tulsa, Tulsa is just wild now.
No, but I used to work on the west side, and I remember when I used to tell you, I went to an apartment and had blood smeared everywhere, and spoons, and I was naive at the time. There were spoons and needles, and I knew what the needles was, but I was like, why are there spoons on the table? I was like, why are there spoons? And my boss was like, yeah, you don't have to walk this one. I'm like,
oh my god,
I wasn't gonna walk it in the first place. There's blood everywhere. I don't know what those people had.
I know.
Yeah, and that was on the west side of Tulsa. Literally every other apartment would be like that.
But I get
bed bugs.
I think it's crazy that it just happens and no one even cares. Not the fact that no one cares. They're like, oh, it's Tulsa. Tulsa, we gotta do better.
This girl from California did my hair, and she was scared to come to Tulsa. She was like, I heard it's really bad down here. And I was thinking, I heard California was bad.
Yeah, that's what yes. Yes.
Apparently we're like that. We're the bad
state
now. Tulsa is a bad part of Oklahoma.
I saw this video where this guy was making like the sounds of Oklahoma, and they like whenever they did the Tulsa one, he was like, it was like that. Run. And I was like, that's true. And then I was talking to Xavier, and he was like, I mean, it's always been like that. And I was like,
I don't think it has. Maybe we were just kids and naive to it.
Maybe. Like,
because I don't remember it being that bad.
I will say my mom used to always tell me that nothing good ever happens past midnight. She would always tell me you need to get home before midnight.
I feel like that's true, though.
Now it's like things start happening like
in the broad daylight.
This girl got shot at 5:30 in the afternoon yesterday.
Really?
It was 5:30, broad daylight.
That's so sad. But why? It was just like somebody shooting to shoot, or
that again.
I don't know more.
The details have not came out yet, 100%. However, like she was in the back of her car, and I have questions. Like, not that she ever like. Let me go ahead and like disclaimer this. She did. I don't think. No matter what she was doing, like if you're in the back of your car and you're just trying to chill, you have every reason to do that.
Oh, like she was sitting in the back of her car?
Yes. And then, so I was just curious, like what was she doing back there? But like, am I saying like you can't just chill out in the back of your car and just like have yourself a breather?
Shouldn't be. Yeah, that's crazy.
So I had this conversation once with my sister, and I was telling her how it's interesting whenever people like have to justify someone's death to make it like maybe I'll be safe, but like that might just be like just false sense of security. We're just tripping. Like,
yeah, I think that's what we do as humans, to be like, so we don't be
so we're not terrified.
Yeah, nervous wreck up every day. Because if you think about it, it is terrifying. For me, like driving is terrifying for me because of my car accident. That's why I drive so fast. It's not justifiable, but that's why I drive, because I'm like trying to get out of it.
So I do the opposite. I drive so slow because after my accident. But whenever I got in my accident, you know, Alexandra was with me, and then the tornado sirens were going off everywhere, and I was coming back from a quinceañera, which was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
When was this?
This happened in like 2018. I had my.
Did you hydroplane? Is that when you hydroplaned?
Yes, that's when I hydroplaned, and it was.
But
so
before
bad.
that, I'm not gonna lie, you used to drive so bad.
Dang!
I used to be like, I'm gonna die in the car with her. Like, do you remember? It was like, no, literally, it was Christmas, and we were Christmas shopping, and you were literally like sliding and gliding through the snow, and I was like,
what else you gonna do?
I don't feel safe.
This makes me so mad. I hate when other places in the U.S. are like, Oklahomans don't know how to drive in the snow. You're dead right.
Who knows how to drive?
Who knows how to drive in the snow? Like people over in other areas of the country, what they do in the snow is they have like snow tires. They have people out on the streets.
That makes sense.
Yeah, people are actually like cleaning off the roads. We don't do that here.
They do now.
Anyways,
I swear they do now. Like,
I think like over in other places, like
are we doing coffin or ovals?
I don't know.
What do you want? It's your birthday Saturday.
What? Oh, I thought you just never mind. Yes, let's make it.
You didn't give me.
I don't know.
Coffin.
See, there's one person
coffin
in here. Like, ask them, what do y'all think? What should we do?
Coffin or oval?
They're not saying anything.
Is it Marcus?
I don't know. Yeah, like he's living for us.
Yeah.
We're not really in frame, except this one is in frame.
That hand?
Yes.
Huh. What about now? When you come, I need you closer.
Okay, hold on.
Are we in frame now?
Yes, we're in frame. We're in frame. We got 3 people. Yes.
I would have put my gloves back on. I apologize. But my nails. My hands are clean.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is. But with some other people, you'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to what we were saying. So, let's also talk about these crazy storms that we've been having lately.
The weather machine, you mean? My sister basically, she works, she's in the Navy. Yeah. She basically told me that she works for the people that put out the things in the atmosphere that... Should I be saying that?
I don't know. I was like, go on.
No, but she's basically saying, like, yeah, that's true. They do control the weather. Like, we do change the weather. What? So, can you answer to me? Why in the ass is it 104? Well, like, what could that help?
Can we change it back?
Yes, what could that help? I don't see that helping us. And then I get paranoid because I keep seeing on TikTok, ration your food. Make sure you buy this. Make sure you plant. I'm like, all right, just somebody.
I just don't know if it's gonna work out for me. I'm trying my best. But like,
I hope the aliens are like giving free rides away from here or something. Like, can we go to another dimension or universe?
I try. I have a blueberry bush, but my kids, they're sabotaging me. He eats them all the time. Oh my gosh! Let's get deeper into it because this little. So yesterday he comes into me and he says, "Hey mom, do you want to eat an acorn?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, I just did."
Wait, just right off the tree?
Ate it, just right off the tree. Ate an acorn.
But did he do it right?
What do you mean? Did he do it right?
Like, did he pop the top off and do like a squirrel? Like,
oh my god, no! He ate the whole thing, chewed it up, and swallowed it. And
listen, they're gonna want Charles' cells for like new. His immune system is going to be the best. He's going to be amazing in the world.
I called. I ended up calling poison control
again.
Everyone,
oh my god,
all the time. I told you I called him. Like,
she had to call poison control when he was over here because I had just sprayed pesticide everywhere. And it was a wooden stick, and if something's on the ground, it's like a wooden stick or something like that. I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna drench it.
Yeah.
And he put it in his mouth.
So he's always doing these things, and like every time I call him, I'm like, "This isn't me. Like, it's not on me."
You're on the child watch list.
I know. I'm so concerned.
They're like, is she letting him do this?
And then, like, I'm even more concerned because he's like this little blonde-headed kid, so I already feel like they already look at me sideways.
They're like, "Is that her son?" Do you ever get that? Where people, "Ma'am, is that your son?"
I got that from somebody I went to church with, and like she knows me, and she was like, "Oh, are you babysitting him?" And I was like, "Why would I be babysitting him?"
When I've got my own kids. What do you mean?
Like, and she was like, and then I was like, "No, this is my baby. I just had him." And they were like, "Oh, okay."
So confused.
But you know what's even worse?
That takes me back to this. Like, so I started class yesterday, right?
Oh, go on.
And the professor is an old Caucasian man.
Go on.
And, we get to the point which I hate, like, we're not in high school anymore. Why do we have to introduce ourselves? I'm just here to learn. Let's go. Yeah. So we do that. And of course, we got the ethnic names. So we have a few Hispanic people in there.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I know. Did he say
I'm not going to be able to pronounce that, so I might try your I'm sorry. No, we're on live. I can't cuss. But my thing is, like, try your hardest then. Why do you have to make it a big deal about a name? And of course mine, he's like, "I'm going to remember that." Of course you are. It just and then he didn't know how to use the computer. Like, I'm trying to be like more patient with people, and like, everybody's got children, but like, why do we have professors who are not technologically inclined who can't use a computer? I don't understand. Why is he getting paid for this? I can sit up there and read a slide. Hire me.
That's true.
Right? That's literally all he did, was sat up there and read slides. I was like, what?
What class is this?
Home inspectors.
Oh yeah. I need to be comfortable.
Just being a home inspector, I'm like, well, this is going to be expensive. I'm going to have to get a drone because I'm not climbing on the roof. I'm going to have to get a nice camera for pictures. I'm going to have to get a MacBook with way more storage for pictures because you have to keep the records for 5 years.
Yeah, you should do external storage.
Yeah, that's what he said he does.
Yeah.
I was like, look at you. Who taught you that?
What did he say about solar panels? Because, that's what I'm doing.
He didn't say anything. We haven't gotten that far. It's the first class.
Oh, well, he needs to hurry the
But
up.
He did say, like, basically, no, I'm not going to say that online. That's fine.
Oh. What is it?
I'll tell you later. It's not bad. But it's not good.
I know. I was gonna say. This doesn't sound promising at all. I don't know. I have so I've been doing these trainings, and I just did a training this weekend, and they're fun, but it's crazy because like it's weird to talk to people who still don't really like. A lot of people don't believe in like global warming. A lot of people don't believe in like.
They don't believe it. We're living it. What? I'm confused.
Yeah, they're like, there's no such thing as global warming, and I'm like, wait a second. You do know it's like 700 degrees outside. And now you're over here
it's been 104 like for the last couple of days. I was so happy for rain. I was so excited it was raining.
Girl, me too.
Normally I hate the rain because it makes people stink. And then like,
dang, it makes people stink.
Yeah, like when you're going out, you're like, oh, I could tell they were out in the rain. You don't ever, yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I know
Stop
what you're talking about. I know where you're coming from. Okay. I just think, like, whenever...
My baby was smelling like it the other day, and I was like, ooh.
I think it's weird whenever, like... So, you know, I have another training that's coming up, and it's going to be with my meteorologist. And I think it's funny, because she's like, yeah, people argue with me about, like, all the things all the time. She's like, they don't believe me about anything, like, global warming. They don't believe me about any of the data that I showed them.
Do you know how we could, like, literally save the planet? If people just made it where people could work from home, I feel like.
Oh, 100%.
That would cut cars and gas and all of that emissions. That would cut that out. And then if everybody got free solar panels.
And then let's go.
Okay, do you like the shape? Look at that.
Yeah, that's a good shape.
Come.
We're out of. I'm trying to keep you in. Like, I'm trying.
Am I in frame? I don't know. What do you mean?
No.
Not at all?
Well, we're kind of in frame. Oh. So I do think that, but then also like if people didn't have to mow their lawns, and if people weren't so hard on what's it called? You know, like HOAs are so strict on what you can do and what you can't do, and
my neighborhood doesn't even have an HOA, and we still have that old lady that keeps every time my grass is too high, she'll call the city.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, you know I live out in the country, so
she will literally call the city every time my grass gets a little too high. And they'll send me a letter that says, you've got weeds that need to be cut. I'm like, is it weeds? It's grass.
I think that's weird. So again, I live out in the country, so like, who are they going to call?
Right.
Like, the county's going to be
so
like, nobody
weird.
cares. You know, I have that abandoned house like across from us. And... Yeah, we have an abandoned house, and we have an abandoned, like, I don't know, it's like a shed, and no one lives there. And the grass.
Of course, nobody lives there. It's a shed.
Well, I mean, but like no one lives in the house. And then there's a shed, okay. And then like no one ever goes there. Like it's just been, and it's not even like a full. It's like a boathouse. It's like
so the grass is probably pretty high, huh?
It's like chest high. I'm not even kidding. You come out and you'll see.
I'm gonna say, does that not give you issues as far as like
rodents and
coming from over?
There.
Yes.
So
you can call the city and have them cut it.
We don't live in the city.
Or whatever. You can call whoever's on.
You can't call the county out where we're at. They're like, oh well. Oh. Because we like live out in the country. It is what it is.
Somebody, surely.
I'm telling you, people don't care out in the country. They're just like, whatever.
It's grass. Get over it.
I know, so I do, but I've seen like copperheads over there, and that.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
Yeah, the snakes and
that's
stuff.
One of the snakes that will attack.
Yeah, they're wild.
They're very aggressive. We had water moccasins in the lawn.
Did you really?
Really bad on the side of her house. But I think it's because water would like stay over there. She got it fixed though.
So we had that black widow, and I wanted to like
Did you see my comment? I was like, why is it not dead?
Everyone said that.
Kill her.
I'm not gonna kill her. Kill her.
She deserves to die.
So because I'm so. Let me tell you what I don't like even more than my black widow friend. I cannot stand flies.
And she's doing the
and she was handling business. My girl out there just working overtime.
What happened?
So Brent killed her.
16 and oh.
No, it wasn't even that. It's because Charles kept on going outside trying to like pet her. He wanted to give her.
Yeah. Why are you gonna put her somewhere else?
No, she's a Black Widow. What am I gonna do? Go and pick her up
on
and
the side
move?
of the house where Charles had to go.
Well, I liked her in right because she was like right in the corner by my front door, and I was gonna let her be over there because she was doing such a good job. Like she was killing so many flies, and
She's having a feast.
But then Charles, he was like, I want to pet her. It's too hot for her to be outside. We need to get her inside. And I need to take her some water.
He's so sweet.
I know. He's like, I need to take her some water. And I was like, you're going to die. Like, and I kept on telling him, I was like, that's like.
Yeah, you guys don't have a hospital for very far away.
Yeah. I was like, this is not okay. And then I even Googled, I was like, can you live if you get bit by a Black Widow? Most people can. They're like, well, as long as you get help, you got to go to the hospital.
Yeah, but how long does the venom take over?
I don't know. We need to do more research. But then the other problem that I was having with Charles was the fact that it says that if you're an able-bodied adult, you'll live through a Black Widow.
Oh,
but he's just a little like a tiny little person.
I don't know, but his immune system.
Honestly, he might have turned into Spider-Man. If anyone would have, it would have been Charles.
Yeah, and he would have loved that.
He would have loved it, even though I would have been like, where is he? Climbing on the freaking roof.
Feeding
feeding more spiders. I can't stand this kid. He's
like Caden, he would literally be like, Mom, look at this bug and put it right here in my face.
Yeah.
I'm deathly afraid of spiders. Why would you do that?
There was a big wolf spider, and it was probably this big, right on top of.
I hate wolf spiders, and they're out and they jump so bad. They do.
Oh.
That's why I don't get close to them. I just spray them with pesticides. That's my go-to.
Yes. Well, I don't do that because at first off, again, I love the environment, and I'm not trying to kill our world.
You know what spider I love?
What?
The 𝕹𝖎𝖎𝖏.
Those are good spiders. We saw those too. But the wolf spider was huge, and it was out, and it was sitting on Brent's truck. And then I was like, oh, let me get a picture of it. Before I even got a chance, Brent already had his big old foot up there smashing it. Good. And I was like, it was unnecessary. She was not.
Evil. There definitely was.
It was not.
I hate spiders so much. Spiders and snakes, I hate them. And I think the reason, I don't even hate snakes, but spiders, I can't do it. I can't. I don't care if it's a little bitty spider. The only reason I don't mind 𝕹𝖎𝖎𝖏 is because I read somewhere that they can't bite because their legs are too long.
Oh,
is that
I don't know if that's accurate.
Maybe my mom told me that to make me
I think their mouths might be too small.
To bite humans or
something? To bite humans. Yeah. However...
No, please don't.
No. Okay. I mean, both other spiders really ain't gonna mess with you either.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, the Black Widow literally just minds her business. The only thing that we were afraid of is Charles wasn't gonna mind his. And so then she had to go and die because Charles over here trying to be a good Samaritan to the Black Widow.
So pretty.
I'm so excited to see what this is about to do.
Mix it up.
Anyways, I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm afraid of any animal, but I will say that really helps, going to school for what I went to. Because I know, I love everybody.
I don't care for a lot of animals.
I mean, biology.
Like horses, I had a bad experience with horses.
Horses, I will say, they're ornery.
Yeah, they're spit in my face, so I will never. My mom texted me and said, "We need to go ride horses." Not me.
To me, I think of horses as
I don't like them.
I think of horses as the same as people think of dolphins. They're horny.
Are they?
Yes.
That's something I didn't know.
That might be something you didn't want to know.
Yeah. I do remember, though, don't ask me why, but as a kid, I remember watching this documentary about people, having relationships with horses.
I think that's weird. First off, you're a child? Oh, God.
My dad had HBO, so I was on watch to a lot of things.
Oh, my God.
Okay. This is weird.
That is weird.
I probably shouldn't have been watching it. I wasn't, young, but I probably still shouldn't have been watching it.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say in college I read a bunch of stories about it's weird again the things that I did. Yeah, I read a bunch of stories about people and how many STDs started off in livestock and then it moved over to people. And I was
reality.
Yes, that is weird.
I think that's very weird. What would make me want to do that?
I don't know.
I think this conversation is taking a turn.
I don't think anyone else wants to hear about this. So, anyways, let's move past that. But okay. Let's move past it for one. But like,
How pretty that is.
I know. Let's talk about it for 1 second, though. Dolphins. Okay, dolphins are the bottlenose dolphins. Are freaks. Okay.
Are they? Wow.
Yes, because people like will go and have like they want to have like a magical encounter with them, and then they will get frisky with them. They use like different animals of the sea for intimate moments. Like,
Wait, what?
yeah. Anyways, let's not get too deep into that because it'll shock you. However,
I'm gonna Google it after this.
you will. You can. But yeah, dolphins are freaks. Yeah, they're not the kind of animals that I would probably want to have a magical encounter with.
So basically, they're raping stuff in the sea.
Whoa. Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Dragon flag.
I don't know. We'll say grapes. Grapes.
Yeah, so they rape animals in the sea.
Yes.
Wow. That's interesting.
I think dolphins are wild. And you know, like killer whales are wild. Like they're all just kind of wild.
Really?
Killer whales are real wild. They're smart, but yeah, they're wild.
Killer whales. The only thing I remember is them like killing instructors.
Girl, hold on. Let's talk for a second. Side note, let's move past this. So I went to this training, and it was held by one of like the professors or whatever that I've been working with. And she told me that they're doing studies right now about our water, like our streams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because there's birth control in our streams. Birth control, like cardiac stuff, like medication. They have things in our streams. So basically the birth control that people take when you go and like urinate, it like flushes out of your system and it'll go into our rivers and streams.
So they basically do
we are poisoning
doing population control. Basically.
Yeah, girl.
That's what that sounds like.
That's so wild to me.
I feel like that should be on the news. Like,
so they're still doing studies about it. And then the other studies that they do, so she does a lab with her students and she gives like crawdads and crawfish. She'll give them alcohol because alcohol consumption will also, our bodies don't we can't filter out alcohol. We don't break down alcohol in our bodies. And so alcohol will literally get flushed out through our systems and into the water.
So wait, where's the filtration system? Like, why is it not working? I'm confused.
I mean, there's definitely filtration systems out there, but like it kills like organisms and stuff like that. But chemicals, it's a completely different because.
So basically, don't ever in your life drink tap water.
I'm not saying that. You're like, there's a conspiracy here. There's a conspiracy.
There's always a conspiracy. No. You just told me they're putting birth control in our water.
No, they're not.
They are.
We are. So
basically we're drinking our own piss is what you're saying.
Yes. Basically, yes. Because water doesn't you can filter water, but still liquid is liquid. It's always moving. So what happens is we will urinate.
Can you drink anything else to hydrate you?
No. Water is so fantastic.
Sad. I'm going to start collecting rainwater.
So the best thing that you can do whenever is of course using active charcoal because it will actually filter out a lot better than putting more chemicals in there because what chemicals do, it kills organisms that are in your water, but it doesn't take out chemicals. Yeah, but it doesn't take out chemicals in your water.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting, and that how I'm just.
So yes,
that just is depressing.
There is birth control, so people will go.
I'm not mad at that at all, but it's just for the people who want to give birth.
Yeah, girl. Well, and then it's not even just that. It's like I said, there's cholesterol medication, cardiac medication. There's medication that people have that are I'm sure. Think about it. If you take medication for any kind of medication, it'll filter out and then it gets into our urine. I mean, it goes through our urine because our bodies don't break down every single thing. Yes, and then it goes. So then that has an effect on the fish and wildlife.
Yeah, and then we eat those. Oh my god! I wish we could survive without eating and drinking.
Oh,
At this point,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't wish that because I love food. That's the problem. And
like,
then,
have you noticed though? Like when you buy chicken and you're eating chicken, have you noticed it tastes different? For me, it tastes different.
so my family owns chickens. So I don't know.
My mom has chickens too. She brings me their eggs.
Yeah,
Which is kind of weird when you think about it.
that's okay. So whenever I went to Hawaii, and they were talking to me about all the stuff going on, like I asked the people in Hawaii. I said, "What's the best thing to eat?" And I was not in Hawaii. Let me just go ahead and disclaimer this: I was not in Hawaii just on vacation. I was there working.
She made it a vacation.
Well, I'm still going to eat. And so I said, listen, what's the best thing to eat? And this one woman had the audacity. I don't think she was local. She was like, we have the best meat. We have the best, steak. And I was like, listen, we're right outside the ocean. Like, I don't. Let's not talk about steak. And then I even told her, I was like, listen, I'm from Oklahoma. Like, everyone I know slaughters, cows and stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff. Like, I want to have, your, mahi. I want to have, fresh fishes right out of the ocean.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's what everyone wants. You should try this. And I was like, anyways, I tried this steak that she said was amazing, and it was not okay.
It was good to her because she probably never had a steak.
Listen, well, and then I was like, oh, she was basic. That's why I'm thinking she probably wasn't a local.
Maybe.
The locals that I saw, they loved me though. I will say because they were loving me because they were I was brown. And the other thing that they love about me was we're from Oklahoma, and they're like natives and native. Yes, girl. They're like, you're natives, we're natives. I can't stand what they've been doing to us. I bet y'all can't stand what they've been doing to you. This is wild.
What have they been doing to them? I seen this thing where it said they were Hawaii was telling people don't come
go,
vacation.
girl, because their water is almost gone. Because they're living on an island. We are using up all their resources for and then people are like, you should be happy that people want to come here because the tourism dollars. That ain't doing nothing for them. They was doing just fine
before from their resources.
They were doing just fine. And now we're over there and just bringing them. And then I hate whenever people are like, if you're going to be, homeless anywhere, you might as well be in Hawaii. But Hawaiians don't want that.
They don't want a whole bunch of homeless people.
They don't want all of us all up in there using up their good food. And then, so, a lot of, pineapples and stuff, they have that big pineapple plant. But again, all we do is just go over there, use up all their water, use up all their resources, and then we're like, y'all should be happy that we even come here. What? and then they're not. They're like, y'all can stay over there.
Sounds like an American to me. No.
Yeah, but it's not even just Americans. It's everybody. Everybody. There's a lot of people from Asia. A lot of people from Asia over there. There's a lot of people.
Really?
And just using up all their good resources. And, that's what I'm saying. It's not even just Americans. It's, everybody all up over there using up this little tiny island in the Pacific, all their resources, just because it's Hawaii. And then I heard that Hawaii, the reason why everyone wants to go to Hawaii is because it's, a central location.
A central location?
It's a central location. It's away from, I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at my phone. I'm almost dead. 8%.
I have a charger.
So, yeah, that's what I thought was interesting whenever I was in Hawaii. But it's so cool whenever I was in Hawaii. So I was always traveling with people from Atlanta. And let me tell you, Atlanta almost always beats out people from, ain't nobody care about people from Oklahoma. So whenever they would say oh, where y'all from? Whenever I was with Tati and DJ, they were like, oh, I'm from Atlanta. Everyone was excited about Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, everyone loves Atlanta.
I loved Atlanta when I was.
Everyone loves Atlanta.
It was always a ball.
Until.
And there's so many black people.
Yeah. Yes. Until you go to Hawaii. And then people in Hawaii are anyways, they were more excited about me being from Oklahoma and all of our beautiful Native Americans than they were about Atlantans. Atlanteans.
That is what they call them, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They were more excited about me being from Oklahoma than these Georgians. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. And that was like the first time that anyone was ever, because we went to, like, whenever we go to Florida, people are more excited about people from Atlanta. We go to New York, no one cared about anybody.
Either one.
They're like, anyway, we're New York.
That's funny.
Except I couldn't stand people in New York. They were driving me crazy because then they would ask, they were like, where are you from? And then they wouldn't even give you a 2 seconds to even answer. They would already just be on to there. And I was like, why would you ask? Why ask? Like,
it's like they knew it wasn't going to be a good one.
They're like, no matter where you're from, it's not going to impress a New Yorker. Like,
right.
You can be like, I'm from Antarctica. And they're like, anyways, I don't have time for this. Like, so why are we even talking?
I want to go to New York.
Have you not been to New York?
My mom has, but I haven't.
I was going there, like, almost like twice a month last year. It was busy.
But I heard it's like gross, like it stinks. Is that true?
We're on live. I'm not trying to go out. Let's not upset nobody. It is different. I will say that much. Because, like, here, like, it's weird because, everywhere in Oklahoma, there's so much wide open space. And I will say I didn't go to upstate New York, which, of course, has a lot more wide open space. So,
yeah, like Rochester and stuff like
yeah.
That. That's where Lexi went when she lived there. And she said it was really pretty.
Yeah, I bet. Like, I think, like, the upper state New York. Now, the city, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty dirty. But they do have my favorite tree up there, which is the ginkgo tree. Just go and look it up. It's real cool. But, yeah, New York was kind of, it was dirty. But Louisiana, like, New Orleans was worse. Not Louisiana as a whole, but New Orleans was worse.
Was it?
Yeah. Whenever I was in New Orleans, now let me tell you, okay, before I get crazy, New Orleans was a good time, okay? But it definitely had a very unique, very strong odor in New Orleans.
Kind of like Galveston?
Yes. Yeah, except
I figured
worse.
they would smell like that because it's, I figured.
It had a very strong smell to it.
I seen the story that said that Galveston people are not swimming in the water.
I ain't gonna lie, I swam in the water.
They started making people skilled.
Again, you already know Charles, he's fine.
I was like, that's not good.
It's just like people don't take care of their like places and stuff, but it wasn't as bad. It's bad, like
like trash.
If you get not even like New Orleans, I will say is 1,000 times worse. Like, but you have to think like New Orleans isn't like in a bowl. Like,
yeah.
What are the other places that I've been to? Chicago. Okay, so Chicago apparently is supposed to be one of the scariest places to go to, but I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was scary.
I had a good time in Chicago.
Food. Yeah.
Girl, it was so good. So we were in New Jersey, and I will say I wanted to go to Buddy's, like, the Cake Boss.
Oh, yes.
I sure did go there, and his show was amazing. Girl, and their cannolis, but the best cannolis that I had was when I was in Chicago, and I went to that, like, little Italian, like, what was it? It was like an Italian, like, I can see it in my head. It wasn't a bakery, it was like a grocery store. And it had all these fresh foods and all this stuff, like, all up in there. And then it had a restaurant upstairs, and it was very good.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. A grocery store with a restaurant and a bakery?
And a bakery. And, like, it had, like, where you can get fresh meat, and you can get, like, fresh cheese, and you can get, like, fresh everything. And that was a lot of fun. I don't know. That was fun. Colorado was fun whenever I went.
Colorado to me was beautiful. Like,
Colorado was everything.
I wanted to live there so bad on the base, the Air Force base.
I tell everybody the government took the best like real estate and they kept it for themselves. They're so selfish. It was so quiet. We went during
the dormitories are all off the ground. I was like, this is such a good, cool concept.
I loved it. The airport. The Air Force base was beautiful. And then we went to I went with Brent. And he was driving us up
Why
the
did you
mountain.
say it like that?
Because he kept on playing games. He would keep on pretending like he was like, oh, whoops, what if we flew out? I was like, oh, whoops, what if I killed you
Did you guys
first?
go to the world's highest highway?
No, we went
the
to
road or something? That was scary.
We went through Estes Park, which was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good time. And then we went up to what's it called? Oh gosh, Pikes Peak, and that was fun. But that's whenever he was acting up. But girl, we got some really good food whenever we went to the mountains. Let me look this place up because it was amazing.
That was Colorado was the first time that I tasted that pizza place. It's got the yellow logo. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Let me put you on real fast. This is the best place that I ate whenever we were in Colorado, and I don't know what it's called. Hold on, was it up in here? Yes. It's called Murphy's Mountain Grill, and that place was amazing. And the only reason why I know it was so good is because I still remember the meal today. You know,
it was that good.
It was so good, and I'm so happy I took a picture of their logo because I still think.
Because you're like, I'm going back whenever I go. I would
when
stop
I will go back because I want to know if it'll be that good the next time around.
Probably not. Probably been staff changes. COVID has happened.
Gosh, that'd be so sad. Oh, and then let me tell you the other place that I went to whenever I was in. I could just taste it. It was so delicious. It was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and it was so good. What was this place called? Oh,
that's one place I want to visit in New Mexico.
Girl, it was a good time.
In Arizona. I want to go to Arizona.
Look at these pupusas. Ooh. I sure did.
Were they good?
Girl. And then it had the best chili relleno. I've never had it that good in my life. And I had it here. It was called like, what was it called? I'm going to get mad. It was called like the, it was on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And it was called like the tune-up shop, like, or something like that. And it was amazing. I will tell you all the best places to eat at.
Why don't you ever post them?
I don't
You're
know.
busy enjoying it.
I am. So how about you? Where's the best place you traveled to?
Probably North Carolina and Colorado. Those are two of the, and Atlanta.
I did like Atlanta. Atlanta was very good.
I could stay in Atlanta if it wasn't for the heat, but the way Oklahoma is looking, it's like the same. But I just don't like Atlanta's heat.
I just don't like, I'm going to be honest, I like to visit cities, but I don't like to stay.
Yeah. Atlanta was a fun time for sure.
Atlanta's fun, but like, I got to be able to come back. And I don't like traffic, and I don't really like a lot of people either. I'm not a people person.
I like Texas too. I just don't like the way people drive there.
I don't like Texas. I don't like people. I don't like Texas. I just don't mess with them like that.
Really?
My brother lives in Texas and my sister, and I just don't like to go down there like that.
I used to go down there every summer, so I don't know if it's changed. I mean, I guess it's probably definitely changed, but it was a good time. I love the summer nights.
I don't know, which part of Texas did you go to?
Dallas and Houston.
Oh, okay. See, like my sister and my brother lives in, Jamil lives in Dallas. And so is a Dallas area, and then so does Noelle. She used to live in Plano. I need to see where I don't know where she is exactly. But, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just, and maybe.
What do you not like about it?
I think it just reminds me, it's just like Oklahoma. That's
better.
I don't know about
It sounds better. They have more than what we have.
I think that's the other thing again, because it's not so much, I don't really need more, because whenever I'm in Oklahoma, I don't really go out to eat like that. I don't really go out and do things like that. I mostly like just am outside and, just doing my own thing. So I don't really care about the amenities, because if I want to go do an amenity, I'll just go out, like, I'll go somewhere else.
I will say though that Tulsa is getting better, especially downtown.
Yeah.
I went down there and I was like, whoa, I guess it's been a long time. Oh, did that happen downtown?
That happens all the time, everywhere. Like, Tulsa's wild. And apparently it's always been wild. I haven't been, I didn't know.
it.
I just didn't know. No. I just want to look. I want to see it. I need to see what you're doing.
You're going to get hurt if you want to.
I feel like I am I'm the manager. I need to oversee the work that's being done.
No. Your hands will get sliced if you try to oversee this stuff.
If that's what has to happen, if that's what has to be done, that's what has to be done.
I don't know about that. I'm not trying to have you bleed out while I'm doing your nails.
That would be so crazy. That would be so good for, like, everybody would be like, did you know what? That would go everyone.
That would not be good. No one would ever come to me because that's the girl that caught her on live. What?
That blood out. I think I would, to save you, I would just let it go. They would be like, I'd be like, oh, you meant to do that. And then, like,
no.
I would just try, like, just keep going. Don't.
With blood running on the table?
I would just say, like, it's a part of the effect. Is it on that one too? Huh?
Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the part of it? You take it in, sir.
We won't talk about bodily fluids. Dang.
Oh, I said it, didn't I?
Yes.
Turn this one. It's so stiff. You relax.
That's because I want to see it. I can't help it. It's my, like, natural body's reaction to this.
What?
I will say, I need your people who, like, jump on your lives to be a little bit more enthusiastic. We need passion. We need questions. We need to join in on the game. Like, that's like whenever
you're not helping me. You're supposed to be putting polls and stuff up.
Codes?
Polls.
What's a poll?
Like,
how am I supposed to do that? You have both my hands.
I don't have both of your hands.
Okay, so how do I do? I don't know how to work this thing. What's a poll? How do we work it? Where's Marcus? That's what we need Marcus for. He should be here, and he should be the one monitoring social media.
He is. He does help me when I go live.
Yeah, that's where he's at. We're not in frame. We need some distance. Yes, right there. We're in frame.
Are we now?
Okay. Yes.
You're supposed to be moving the camera.
Oh, okay. Is that what
Marcus usually does that?
That's what I'm saying. Marcus should be here to help us.
We're not gonna make him leave work to help us.
You know what? Why not?
That's why I bought this thing. That's why he bought that for me.
True. I think we're still doing a good job. We need to ask poll. What's a poll?
Like you know, when you were like, should I get coffin or should I get oval? You could have made it a poll.
Oh, well, that's a next time thing.
Yeah.
Or should we ask, like, what animals are you afraid of that you think would break you? That might have not been the best one.
I gotta take this. I mean, I'm still do that.
I think we still did okay for our first live.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people get on.
Yeah, and it'll tell us at the end how many all together were on here.
Yes. How many do you usually have?
Like 100.
Oh,
but it's not consistent. I want consistent viewers. Can you stop looking at your
I'm
house?
sorry. Dang.
Yeah, see?
Oh God.
I can feel you pulling your joint away from me. I'm gonna create something where people put their hands in like this. And you can't
Oh, like what is that? Like they do that whenever they're like reading people.
In class they said to do this.
Oh.
So you can't see it at all.
I can't see nothing.
Yeah. But I don't like that.
I'm trying to like make it so. Yeah.
I'm so nervous for back to school.
Why? Oh, never mind. I know why.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about it too.
With Charles.
It's mostly, but I'm seriously thinking about just keeping Charles home because
oh yeah, with that new job
if I could get
opportunity,
that-
you could.
Yeah, because it's so
You
hard.
probably end up learning more from you anyway. No, I'm for real.
I just,
Oh, Hayden learned more from me staying home that the year he stayed home.
I just think like, I mean, I want Charles to make friends, but at the same time, I also don't want people to call me every, like that takes up so much time out of my day.
Yeah, then you got to think about going to go get him.
And whenever you're like a full-time mom trying to work, that's so hard. Like trying to work and then like having to be like, hey, especially if I was at the job right now, they'll be like, wait, what are you gonna go do? Even though like I say that and right now, no.
You're getting your nails done.
This is necessary.
It's your birthday.
It is my birthday, and they
didn't get you anything.
They didn't even. No, girl. Let me. They gave me a generic card because you know where I work, and so they gave me a generic card.
Generic?
Because it was the company card with no words on it, and only 4 people signed it, and it was
like a rush thing. Like, oh,
yes.
go get one of those cards. Let's hurry up and
it was just the SLT.
What happened to your curry?
Oh, I didn't order it.
Oh.
I forgot it. Honestly, I
forgot
it.
Maybe they're at the door and we don't know.
That would be so bad because it's so warm outside.
Yes, that would be disgusting. I'd still eat it though.
I would too. And then I'd end up getting like the poops bad.
Yeah, then I'll end up being sick again. So
I would definitely get the poops. I don't know. Tonight I'm supposed to be making spaghetti. And then like, I don't know.
So you said you dropped never mind.
I what?
I forgot your name.
Oh.
I'll ask you later. I literally have to keep telling my mom, we're alive.
Oh,
we're alive.
What was she saying?
Just get appropriate things. That'll get me kicked off.
She probably did it just because she likes the wow factor.
No, she would literally be like, after that, she'd be like, are we online? Like, no, we're not online. You're no longer alive.
Well, again, sex sells.
Let me get the other hand.
She'd say, that naughty girl stuff, that's what she says.
Yeah.
I bet these people are probably getting on just to see if your mom will come on and say something crazy. Sex sells.
At one point, we both forgot that we were on live. And I was like, what did we say?
Did you ever go off?
No, I just continued going. What's the word?
It must have been, not too bad.
Yeah.
So I had to bring Alexandra because she wants to get her nails done before school starts.
I can't believe she ripped all hers off.
I know, she was wild.
Her nails are probably, so damaged.
Oh, probably.
Are they?
I don't know. Alexandra, I don't know. She's tough. She'll be alright.
I don't know about that.
I thought that my nails were damaged today.
Yeah, they did look kind of damaged. But not terrible. Not like you ripped off your nail. Some of them did, though.
Some of them that actually did just get ripped off. Like my pinky ended up getting ripped off that same day. I was mad about that.
How?
I don't know. I literally I just went to go soak it and then out of nowhere it just popped off. And I was like, what?
You must have hit it on something.
I bet you I did. These aren't bad. I like this side.
The length and stuff.
Yeah. Because, I have to still braid Alexander's hair. And
yeah, that's what I was thinking,
in locks and stuff.
Yeah. You didn't wear your B ring.
I did.
That's a problem for me.
You're like, we're going to have to start doing that.
You have to leave
but
that.
Look at
this
ring.
Here.
I will. Just for this. I like my ring.
That is pretty. Where did you get that from?
From the Tulsa Rock and Minerals.
Oh, yes, I remember you telling me
Let
that.
me tell you.
Oh, I want a turquoise ring like that.
I'm going to be honest. Everyone, whoever's not on, they're going to wish that they were on at this point. I feel like we should bring this up again.
I hear you over there. Can you turn it down?
I know. Okay. So, the Tulsa Rocks and Minerals, I went up there, and when I tell you it was the best experience, everyone up there, they gave me all this, there was a deal on all the minerals, all the rocks.
Really?
Yes. And this ring was, so affordable. It was, $40.
See, I bet that because turquoise isn't that affordable, and I've been wanting one.
Girl,
my,
I saw
my grandma used to have one, and I wanted it so bad.
My grandma has a turquoise, and she has an onyx one, and the onyx one is
Oh,
really. Oh man, it's beautiful. But I'm telling you, because all these like nerdy people go up to this is just their hobby.
People.
Yes, and I'm for it. It's just their hobby. They like to do stuff like
Collect
this.
rocks. Tatum would have loved that. He collects rocks.
Yes.
He would have loved that.
What does Cameron like to collect? Baby teeth from from his victims.
No, he's a gamer. He loves his video games.
Charles also likes baby teeth from his victims.
That's a little. Don't put that in your mouth.
Hey.
See what I mean? You're gonna get fired.
I don't know what Charles does. Honestly, Charles likes rocks, but then at the same time, Charles I don't know. I think he likes anything. He got mad at me this morning because he was like, "It's my birthday." Because this morning it was like he said, "Let's not make it your birthday. Let's make it our birthday." And I was like, "Okay, so what does that mean if I make it our birthday?" And he said, "You need to give me presents."
Well,
and I said, "Well, what about your birthday?" And he said, "I want that day too."
Oh, so basically your day is his day and his day is
his day.
And you don't get a part of it.
And I don't get nothing. And then
I like the way he thinks.
I think it was selfish.
I like the way he thinks.
I was like, this is
like,
just another
celebrate
man.
me too. Celebrate me too.
Yeah, except it was messed up. And then he threw a temper tantrum and he said, "I don't even like your birthday" in the car because he was like,
Because you didn't want to share it.
Because I even told him, I was like, "I'll get you a."
You know, I used to have tantrums when my sisters had birthdays because I wanted it to be my birthday too.
You used to do what?
I used to have tantrums. Like I would get in trouble every time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was my sister's birthday.
Y'all gotta get it together. This is not appropriate.
I think it's very appropriate if you're an only child.
See, Charles has never been an only child. If Alexander did it, it'd be one thing. But even Alexander was like...
But isn't he, though? Alexandra's, like, way older than him. He's technically his own guy by himself. Yeah. She's doing her own thing. He does his own thing. So.
Yeah. Except she'll be like... Because I was going to give because she bought me a balloon with her money and bought me a gift. And he was like, "I want that balloon." And I was like, "Whatever, you can have the balloon." And Alexander's like, "No, he can't. I bought that for you." And I was like, she does. She was like, he cannot have that balloon. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, you don't have to.
I bought that for you, Mom.
Alexandra, she's raising us all, honestly. I thought I was giving her a good sex talk whenever we had that talk.
She did not enjoy that talk.
She didn't appreciate it at all.
She probably went and talked to her therapist about it.
I know she did. It was so good. I was like, I thought I was thoughtful, precise, creative. Tell me that wasn't a good analogy.
I didn't like it.
Let's tell the analogy. The analogy was she has a treasure box downstairs, and she doesn't want that treasure box to be turned into a community chest, and that pirates will want to come and plunder, and she doesn't want all the pirates to come and plunder. Listen, so she needs to protect her treasure box.
We're not taking from your analogy. I just think she didn't want to hear the analogy. Like, she didn't want to be a part of that talk.
Then I talked to her about the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh my God.
And I said, you want it to stay a secret. You don't need all these basilisks out there up in your chamber. You need to have, and then I was like, there's going to be one day a nice man that's going to come and be...
So, question.
Or woman. Who am I?
Are you going to have that talk with Charles?
100% I will. And I will kill him too.
Oh.
Like, let me tell you, I am such an equal opportunist person. Like, there's no way that I'm going to... I think it's gross whenever people are like, yeah, I'm going to let my son be a hoe. No. Absolutely not.
I don't think anything's cute about that.
That's not attractive. That's standards. There's a standard that will be set.
Not even standards, but there's diseases when you're a whore. Like,
okay, and there's other people's thoughts and hearts that are going to be involved. Yeah. And I don't think that's cool. Like being proud that you have a son that's a smooth talker and that will break somebody's heart. That's disgusting.
Yeah. But that's always what people say too about little boys. Oh, he's going to break so many hearts.
Yeah, girl,
not my son.
I think it's weird. I've had women come up to me and say, "Oh, I hope that my son, like your son, gets to marry my daughter."
No, literally today they said that about the baby when I was at his doctor's appointment. They were like, "Oh, the teacher's gonna love him. He's gonna be a favorite. He's so handsome. Look at those eyes." All
That's
the little girls.
creepy.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
That's
are you
creepy.
sexualizing
We're talking
my
about
son?"
a child.
Yeah, that happens all the time too.
I
'Cause,
cannot explain.
I have all boys, so it's really strange.
I will
Some
give the
people say.
elbow. Like, I have two girls and a boy, and I will kill. I will get very aggressive. I don't think that stuff is cute, funny. I don't think. And then whenever people say things to me that makes me uncomfortable about my children, I'll just let it be awkward. I don't try and laugh it off. I don't try and say, haha, that's funny. I just stare at them.
Well, I laugh it off.
You laughed it off?
I laugh it off.
Oh. I just say, like, I let the, I just say.
I used to hate when people used to think that the twins were girls. I used to be like, he's obviously a boy. We had him dressed like a boy. That used to drive me insane.
I thought it was nice whenever they said that Charles was like pretty enough to be a girl, but then still handsome. They called it, I don't know what the name of it was, but I was like, wow, that's nice. That's,
Is it?
I don't know. I just don't think it's weird. I think it's weird whenever people like say weird stuff about kids. And I already told you about what I said whenever the man went up to Charles and was like, I want to steal you. And I was like, I wish you would try.
No, you did not tell me that. That's weird.
This man came up to Charles at, like, we were coming out of Sam's Club, and it made me mad.
That would have made me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I would have felt
he was like, oh, he's so cute. And he was like, I'm just going to take him home with me. And he tried to make it into a joke. And then I just stared at him, flat face, like...
Yeah, if somebody said something like that, I'm going to look at you crazy.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just stared at him like, are you... Because I will say, I will, like, jump on someone's neck, okay? Like...
I will say, I do like being a taller woman. Because I feel like people see me and they're like, yeah, she'll be hard to throw in the back of a bus.
Yeah.
Or a van.
No one wants to see.
I don't think anybody would do that. Like,
but it's weird. It's sad that women have to think about that.
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
I think it's sad, like, whenever people, like, I am always scanning my, like, surroundings.
Yes, and it's so, kids do not care about that at all.
They sure don't.
That's why I've made a vow, I told Marcus this, I am not going grocery shopping with my kids anymore. Never again. We have to watch them while I go because I don't want them to come with me. I
think about, like,
they do the crazy. I'm like, you want to get snacks. I feel like you want somebody to take you with the stuff that they do.
I think, like, I tell this to, Alexander should get older, and I'm like, always think about ways that you're going to get away and ways that you'll take someone there. Yeah. And then we, like, practice things. And I will say that's the best thing about her and Xavier, because, like, I don't know. I feel like he's like, let's talk about, like, fighting. And, like, not in a weird way, but, like, can you overcome me? And that's sad, but that's how we have to, like, think as a society.
Yeah, especially with little girls.
And then I think it's weird because, like, I just think it's sad. Like, as there's nowhere safe. And then, like, people idolize, like, serial killers and stuff. And I'm like, that's weird.
Strange. Very strange. Strange community there. Yeah, and it's like, even like, because I remember like Dahmer back in the day, like I remember watching a documentary where he had fans. Like people would write him, and I thought that was the weirdest thing in the world. And I was younger. Like,
yes.
And I still thought it was weird.
And people still like are interested in these. Yeah.
That's just very strange.
I don't know. Like, Ted Bundy, they're like, oh, he was so cute. Like, why does that give some, like, that's the problem, is we give people a pass.
I think everybody just has a little bit of mental illness.
Yeah.
Like you said, we've been drinking stuff in the tap water for years, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're probably all just a little screwed.
A little strange.
Me for sure.
I'm excited. I can't wait for my nails. I'll do a side note.
Are we doing bling on the middle finger?
Are we? I don't know.
I feel like we should, shouldn't we?
Yes.
That would be only right.
Yes. And we kept it within an hour so far.
Nice. I'm opening it up, but I don't like the shape this is taking. Better. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is going to be so cute. I can't wait for the reveal.
Yeah.
But you know what? I should have been recording on my other phone.
Yeah.
For a little bit of content at least.
We'll just have pictures.
But I think I can steal the video from this live. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how any of that works. I know. I'm gonna be like the I can't wait for the boys to like get a little older so they can start teaching me the new stuff and how it works. Because Marcus is the one that teaches me how TikTok and stuff.
You used to teach me about this stuff.
I don't. It's like I just stopped caring about social media. I just post on it. I don't learn the new stuff.
I don't know anything.
Like Facebook stresses me out because I'm like, this didn't used to be here.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I old?
I will agree though. I agree. Like Facebook now, I feel like it's gotten so, I don't know. And then TikTok, and then if I don't take it, if I'm not with TikTok, I feel like the younger generation, like TikTok is their thing. I don't know. I'm trying. Okay.
Yeah, and then they say that like the millennials came in and tried to take it over or whatever.
Like millennials, I think we're just trying to live. You know, we're just trying to make it in this world. We're trying to find a way to
because like it's not the greatest for us, you know.
How do we we're just trying to make extra money. You know, it's like $80 just to like buy a carton of eggs.
To fill up your tank.
Girl. Like it's just
ridiculous.
We're just trying to make it in this world. And then like any way that we can just like I said, the beautiful Alabama, like let's just go ahead and bring it back home. We are the Montgomery sweet tea party. What happened? We're over here making shirts, making tea, like making earrings, doing all the most.
Yeah,
why?
just to make a little bit of...
Just to make a little extra change. This poor man was just on the, doing his job, and then everyone over here acting up.
Yeah, listen. I know, I felt so bad for him when that other person came and, like, took him down to the ground. I was like, God, that was
It was just completely
uncalled for. Could it not have been a one-on-one fight? But, I mean, they learned their lesson on trying to jump people, didn't they?
They sure did. Mom always says, don't write a check that your body can't cash.
No. And it's so funny because the whole thing was he was telling them to, get on the boat and
just drive away.
And they didn't get on there until they seen all the other people coming. And I'm like, huh.
I don't understand, why wouldn't you just get on the boat and drive away?
Yes.
It really wasn't even that deep. I guess,
it really wasn't. That whole situation could have been avoided if they had just moved their boat.
And it looked like they were just pacing back and forth on the dock. So it'd be different if they were like, okay, even if someone was like, hey, my auntie is up there, get in the bathroom. Do a loop. Pick her up somewhere else.
Yeah.
You had to have, the boat came from somewhere. I don't think they just kept it tied up on that dock.
Right.
Loop around. That's
and they obviously, they weren't doing anything important. They came down there and jumped him. You had time to jump somebody, you could have moved your
And
boat.
let's get even deeper into this
No.
crazy mess, okay? So I think it's crazy because even in front of a Walmart, a security guard will come out and be like, listen, you can't park here. Y'all need to move. So why wouldn't you think that someone would say that to you,
right.
on a dock? Even in a Walmart, they'd be like, hey, listen, you've been sitting up here and we have other people.
This is a fire, basically a fire lane.
Exactly. They'll be like, you
get a
need to move.
ticket and you don't need to move.
I have never, like, usually our conversations are so easy, you know. I feel like I worked because I'm trying to, like, keep it interesting. But, yeah, next time I'm not going to watch my phone on live.
You know, you're just going to keep going.
I'm just
How are we going to connect with people?
That's why we need Marcus.
Oh, I need to figure out how to.
We should do like pre-made questions.
You think so?
I don't know.
I feel like that wouldn't be organic.
It's not organic. I don't know.
It's not organic.
That's what I'm saying. It's so. This part is hard because I've been trying. I feel like I've been like, man, I don't know how people do that on talk shows either.
I feel like it too. It would have been better like on your
on my
like
life
actual lunch.
Oh yeah,
like lunchtime because people would have been on lunch, so we would have had a little bit
we
more
had
watchers.
Drama was going on with us today.
Let's turn it around. I'm gonna do underneath too. I want that to really sparkle. Let's scoop that up.
This is my favorite parts. The exciting bedazzle.
You want any specific ones?
Just enthrall me. See, this is the time. If we had more people on, we could say, "What do y'all think? Which one?"
Well, you gotta think. People are probably at work.
Yeah, probably. I forget that people are working. It makes sense. Yes, I can definitely still like braid.
You like that? You see what I'm trying to do?
Yes, I see it. I like it.
I don't know if that'll fit.
It'll fit. I got fat nails, fat fingers.
You like that one or the bigger one? I like that.
Okay,
That's
let's
cute.
see.
I'm gonna put it on your middle finger.
The best finger. This does help that we're on live though, and I can see it because now I can see what you're doing.
But you're still trying to look the opposite way.
Well, you know, I think it's because my phone is dying too, so it's happening like slow.
Oh, it's like
Yeah, it's like behind the times.
Yes. You're right. Your finger was big enough.
I told you.
I think this is the first set that I've done completely online.
Oh, good. Well, look at it, learn from it, move on. The funny thing is, whenever I go back to work and they're like, "I like your nails," I never know what to say.
Just be like, they're press-ons. Thanks, they're press-ons.
Listen,
Would you like, I'm not gonna lie.
They'll be like, let me see you take them off. If they even said that, that would be so disrespectful. That's like if someone has
Why
like,
would I take them
like,
off? That's what you say. Why would I take them off?
Yeah. So excited for my final review. So I got a black light. Did I tell you I got a black light?
Why? I need to know more.
I got a black light. Well, it was supposed to be for my rocks and, for the rocks and minerals and stuff.
Sure.
So I got my black light. And then I took the black light in Charles's bathroom.
Oh, why?
It was such a bad idea. I was so disgusted.
Where was the pee at?
It was all in the front of the toilet. It was in the back of the wall. I was scrubbing that because it was so disgusting.
Listen, I literally scrubbed the boys' bathroom with bleach, and then I went over it with Lysol. And then I was like, how did pee even get? I don't even want to.
It's so nasty. Did you do the same thing?
Yeah, not with the black light. No. I visually saw it.
I literally felt like, that moment in Daddy Kid Daycare was like,
yes.
That's what it
I would have not taken it. I would have just been.
I wanted to cry so bad because it was so.
Boys are just.
And he just don't care. And then I think it's nasty because, like, even, like, whenever he goes to the bathroom in the morning, he will still, like, not flush the toilet. And I'm like, that is so disrespectful. Why would you do that? And then, I'm weird because, like, whenever you brush the toilet, like, whenever you flush the toilet, what I like to do is have, what's it called? What I really like to do is have, gosh dang it. I just lost what I'm trying to say.
Charles, the bathroom, being disgusting. Daddy Daycare.
I can't even think now.
What you like to do with the black light?
Oh, okay. So
it helps.
I like whenever you go to the bathroom. I like it whenever people shut the toilet lid. Okay, before you flush. That's normal.
Common courtesy.
No. They don't. Brent and Charles, they don't do that, and it makes
let that pee and fecal matter
just everywhere, just everywhere. And then, like I told them, I was like, that's the reason why I cannot leave my toothbrush out around y'all. Like, I have to have a cleaner. Mine has like a sterilizer thing. Yes, I have to because that's nasty.
Yeah,
and they don't care.
I thought about though. I seen one that on the wall.
Yeah,
that you can get that. I don't like this one. Oh, I got it. Oh, perfect. I'm actually going to top coat around there so your stones don't fall off.
Oh, okay. Press on. I like it.
And there's just some pressies that go on at lunch. So you can lie and say,
mm-hmm.
You are not coming to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking.
How do you get your skin so tan?
I don't know. Genetics. I don't know.
I can never get my skin to tan like that. Just good golden brown.
Yeah, that's just, I don't even know.
Genetics. From which side? Your mom or your dad, you think?
Probably my dad.
I don't know. Never know. I want to do one of those DNA ancestry things.
It's very interesting because, like, everything lights up for me. Like,
you're a little bit of everything.
Yeah, everything lights up. The only thing that doesn't light up is Asia, but the whole continent of Africa lights up.
I suspect that would light up for me.
Asia? Mm-hmm. I can see that. I have the whole continent of Africa and all, like, no, my European is usually just like, it's like the British and the Nordic side. Mm-hmm. And then, well, in the Italian, never mind. Like the whole,
too?
yeah, like the whole, that's the whole side. I can't believe my phone lasted this whole time.
I know, because you said it. I told you to switch it. I was like, let that get some juice and then switch it.
Oh, yeah.
And you never did. Don't touch anything. You touch something. Just leave it there. Remember, we have to take pictures. Ooh, those are cute.
I'm happy that we did sparkles on top of sparkles. That was good.
It turned out good.
Good choices.
I wish it would have went a little longer, but I understand. You have to.
Yeah.
That's why I just cut off mine. So I get it.
I have to like braid up her hair to go back to school.
Yeah, that's why I tore mine off. I'm gonna redo them, but I've been doing gelettes because they're easy to tear off than acrylic.
Oh, these are so pretty though.
They are.
And they're so
In the sun. We're gonna have to take a picture out in the sun too.
Oh gosh, you're like, listen, you're not going back.
Just one.
Oh. Now, like you said, you're trying to leave.
Don't forget this, please.
I won't forget it.
And that's where you can sterilize that too. Did you know that? And reuse it? I don't, because I still think it's gross and it's porous, but
You know,
it'd probably save me a lot of money. But
maybe that's nice. You should tell that to your people. Like you're very into cleanliness and not being nasty.
I try not to think about stuff like that because it probably make me go insane.
Yeah.
I think the boys have gotten me out of like.
If
you know how I used to be when it came to stuff like that.
Yes.
Like a
if you took
germaphobe.
immunology or like parasitology,
I took biology and that was enough for me in college.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, the world is disgusting.
Yeah.
There's germs
Don't
everywhere.
don't ever take these other classes because you'll get so stressed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what stressed me out? So the boys, I got them from daycare or whatever, and they literally didn't have their shoes on.
Oh.
Did you stop the line?
No.
Stop it.
Oh,
Thank you guys for watching.
I don't know how to stop this thing. How do you mess with this? Oh, it just says follow.
Oh.
Follow.